Today on Geek Devotions, we're going to Geek'd Con. Hello, devoted geeks. Welcome to Geek Devotions, show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting you know you're loved. I'm Dallas, and this is
Straus.
And we are live from Geek'd Con right now. The doors are opening up in like 20 minutes. We're super excited about it. Our plan for this video is to highlight some of the stuff you see taking place at Geek'd Con all weekend long and love on folks. So come check out what's taking place.
Okay, so we are here with Kelsey. Kelsey, hi. The question of the con is, what do you like about Geek'd Con?
The fact that there are so many geeky people that just come together and love on each other and encourage each other, especially with the costumes. Costumes are amazing.
Yes, the cosplays are amazing.
But question for you guys today. Why do you guys love con life? Why do you love Geek'd Con?
Well, you know, you get to see a different side of the whole community around Shreveport. In
Right.
any other city is you get to meet like-minded individuals like yourselves, you know, that enjoy cosplay, the fantasy realm, sci-fi, anime. You know, you got all that coming together in one roof. You know, you got a community that really supports each other too.
Word.
You really don't see that much hate and dislike, you know, at a con.
You're right.
There is some, but you know,
Yeah.
but you have a lot more people behind your back to help you out.
So good. Alright, so since I'm in the booth by myself right now, about to do a little vlog. So I'm hanging out here, and it's been pretty cool. We've got people everywhere. Alright, so this con's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy Geek'd Con a lot. And Celeste and I were talking about earlier that one of the things about Geek'd Con that makes it so special is that every time we come here, it's like we're home. It's like, not like, you know, like relax, get your feet up, but there's something comforting about it. It's become a piece of Geek Devotions. It's become a piece of the community, and we love that. Like, it's a comfortable con to be at, and that's genuinely what I love about Geek'd Con. Is that the people here, it feels like family in a fashion. Some of the vendors are vendors that we've known for a long time, and we know each other and see each other. And then there's people who come by here that we've seen before, and so it's just a really neat experience to see people again and to love on them. All right, so we're leaving Geek'd Con.
Leaving Geek'd Con.
You guys might have noticed we did not have all the interviews we thought we were going to.
No, we got busy
We got busy.
talking to people,
Right.
and now people are staring at us as we
Right.
leave because we have this big camera
Right.
in the car. Hello.
So we're trying to escape the
Convention Center.
convention center.
Yeah.
So, but ladies and gentlemen, Geek'd Con 2023.
Is over.
It's done. It's complete.
Oh, it's so sad.
It's been a thing. So let's talk about it. This is if you're new to Geek Devotions, we normally do a road trip review podcast.
When we don't lose the audio.
Yeah, when we don't lose, we lost the audio one year. That was terrible.
Yeah. We've lost the audio twice.
Yeah. So hopefully we don't lose this time. All right, so let's talk about this. First off, big thank you to Kelsey for hanging out,
Yeah.
helping us out with stuff. We really appreciate it, sis. It gave us some breathing room to do some other stuff, run around. Mm-hmm. So that was nice.
That was very nice.
So also big thank you to Mr. Branson Boykin.
Yeah.
He was a rock star because
Really was.
he produced for us these mini comics that explained what Geek Devotions was, which made it so much easier.
So like people who would like stop but clearly didn't want to talk.
Right.
We passed them a comic. Hey, this is a little comic of what we do. And they were like, cool. And they'd walk away. And you know how like at churches you see the bulletins in the seats?
Right.
I was looking for the comics. And if people threw them away, they didn't throw them away at the con.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Right. So explained what we did and who we were, and we just super appreciated that.
Yeah.
So Branson, you're our hero, Branson.
You're our hero, Branson. Okay, stopping that now.
So, all right. So let's just talk about it. Let's talk about the con from day 1 to day 3.
Oh, so many great cosplays.
So many great cosplays. Fantastic. And that's again one of our favorite parts of the con
Is the cosplays.
Yeah, because there's so much creativity.
There is. Like, it's cosplaying takes a lot of creativity when it comes to like piecing things together.
Right.
Even the people who buy the outfits, it takes a lot to like figure out what to do, how to do it, how to make it your own.
Right.
And so that's super cool. We're about to go back in the sun, so I'm putting sunglasses back on.
So, I don't know, man. There's just, we took pictures of a lot of folks.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, all right, cosplay that I appreciated.
Okay.
And you guys will see it. Maybe if I have time with the edits, I'll put it on screen. But cosplay I appreciated was these 5 young ladies. And they were the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles plus April. And it was all low-key cosplay.
Yes.
Super low-key. April just simply had a steno pad with her and a pin. And then the Ninja Turtles, they were wearing this normal shirts. Again, this is what I love, low-key cosplay.
Low-key. Low-key cosplays are some of the best cosplays.
Word?
A, because you're generally comfortable.
Right.
Some cosplay is just not comfortable.
Right.
And then B, it takes a minute to catch it. I like the things that it takes a second to catch.
Right.
Because you're like, are you this?
So, for those of you that aren't watching the video, you're listening to the audio, let me explain it to you. The four turtles, quote unquote, were simply wearing colored shirts. The Raphael, who was, I think, the girl who did all the shirts, because she put on there Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael.
Yeah.
She was wearing like a baseball jersey, and it just said Raphael and had his stuff on it.
Yeah.
And then it was red, and then Leo was wearing like a sweater that said Leonardo. I forgot what Michelangelo and Donatello were wearing. It'll be in the video version of this, the picture. But it was just low key, and it was awesome, and I just super appreciated that whole process.
The one that I super appreciated that was low key was the guy who was making a Red Dwarf reference all weekend.
Oh yes.
He had the little H on his forehead, like the hologram.
Right.
And so I was like, are you a hologram? And he goes, yes, I've died, so I just came back into work. Like, he quoted Red Dwarf. And, like, he said only 5 people got it. Like, we were the 5th persons.
Right.
Fifth time that somebody was like, hey.
It was so great. It was so great. So I appreciated that one, too.
Yeah.
Oh, there was another guy that was super low-key. And he had a Caps Core sweater on. Or not sweater, but, like, cut-off jacket.
Uh-huh.
And then he had, like, the Saiyan armor, but as a t-shirt. Chill, walk around. I don't know how many people caught it, but it was great. It was solid.
Yeah. So, and then you had crazy things.
Oh,
like
the mayor.
The mayor.
From Nightmare Before Christmas.
Whose head spun. I walked up to him today.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Mayor, there's only 72 days till Halloween. And so he instantly spun his head around. Oh, no! Where's the pumpkin king? It was so funny.
That is so great.
And it was perfect because there were some people right there that were like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. And I was like, let me give him an excuse to show off the amazingness of it.
Right. Because it's a solid, I mean, according to this is what
it is
does.
a solid piece. But
it was just so creative and so good. And didn't you say that there was a Bumblebee cosplay?
Yes, I think that they won the cosplay competition.
Right.
They were on stilts, and it like, I think that he had to duck to get through the door.
Right.
Like, I think he had to, maybe not duck, I think he had to take everything off to enter a room.
Crazy.
Because it was so big. And it was amazing.
Right.
It was so good.
That's so cool. What else was cool? Well, we had some, so the con itself is 2 stores this year.
Yeah, which was fun.
Phenomenal. They had some growing pains with that. There's some people like, oh, there's something happening upstairs. And they keep pushing people upstairs.
Yeah.
But it was pretty cool that the Geek'd Con itself has grown to this point.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with Greg, who is the showrunner, and he was saying that they're literally stress testing the con right now.
Yeah.
The convention center itself, of what they can and can't do. So it was a neat experience having that take place.
It was a very neat experience. So we had a lot of good conversations.
Yeah.
So with our booth mate, as well as just with general people, and when I say booth mate, I mean the
people next to us.
People next to us.
Our neighbors.
They made these earrings.
Cool.
They're really cool.
So the conversations that were some of my favorite aspects of it.
Yeah.
There was one young man that came up to us, and he saw our post about, hey, you know, if you have questions about balancing faith and your geekdom, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
And he took us up on the offer. He came by the booth and chatted for a good little bit. And we talked about balance. We talked about priorities, what that looks like, and how to do it.
Yeah.
And he's a local guy. And again, that's kind of why we're here. Like, we're here to encourage people, but help you walk through these things. Because there is a stigma out there that you can't be a geek and be a Christian. And even though it's kind of starting to subside a little bit, there's still some questions people have about things.
Yeah. And there's anytime you have two things that can be opposed from each other, you have to worry about balance.
Yeah.
Like, you have to ask yourself questions.
Right.
And you should ask yourself these questions about everything.
Exactly. Had a great conversation with Jill Harris.
Oh, yeah.
And
she and Dallas Reed are super sweet.
Yeah, and Jill Harris is the voice actress for Suletta Mercury in the Witch from Mercury Gundam series. And her partner, Dallas Reed, he plays Asta in Black Clover, which, by the way, we have devotions on both those series on our channel and on our website. But super sweet, very nice lady. But I talked with her for a little bit, and she talked about how she didn't know we had to do a thing for the Gundam Watch, and she didn't realize that we were religious. She looked us up afterwards, and we talked about that. She grew up in a religious background, and it's, you know, her view of Christianity and the church is not the best because of some stuff that she saw. Totally respect that, because that's a common thing we hear from people.
Yeah.
But then when she heard about our approach, the way we see things, the way we do things, you know, she's been told by people who are Christian, you know, anime's of the devil, and it's like, no, it's not. And there's a community of people who love this, and they just need somebody to let them know that they're loved, they're cared for, and super appreciated. She took some time to encourage a young lady that we know. Yeah. And made her day, like, to the nth degree, made her day. Yeah. And I appreciated that so very much.
To the point of where she even followed her on Instagram. Uh-huh. And she was telling me later, I can't believe I can, like, message her whenever I want. I was like, maybe not whenever you want, but,
show restraint. But we super appreciated that she took the time. That's one of the things I appreciate about a lot of the guests who come to the show. The ones that we've interacted with, they're kind, they're very sweet. There's some that in the past have been, you know, all right, this is business. But a lot of them, they're there to encourage the community, the fans, and to show them some love. And so, Jill Harris, you're a rock star, ma'am. Appreciate you so much. I don't know if she's ever going to watch this video. Maybe. So that's the thing. But we had that conversation. We had one young individual who spent a lot of time at our booth just because it was a safe place. Yeah. And that was a win for me. We created a safe place for individuals to decompress and relax. We had several people who just kept coming back. Yeah. Because
we were someplace calm.
Yeah.
That they could chill.
You know, in the midst of everything, we create a moment for folks.
Yeah. We were not able to do the what we had thought about doing of putting together like a kind of like a decompression chamber room type thing. Right. But at the same time, because we carry it's bumpy right here. Because we carry the Spirit of God, we were able to be that peace for people just by being at our table.
Yeah, being present. So that's a lot of the wins for me. Yeah. I don't know if those were big ones for you.
Yeah, we have basically the same ones because it was a good weekend. Yeah. Like, we say this every time, but it's so nice to be out and around geeks.
The
community as a whole in a space where it's not seen as odd, and then be able to encourage people and to speak into their lives. Like, I guarantee you most of those people don't think that anything that was said was super important. But God can use that, and we've seen him use that in different things, and so we definitely planted some seeds.
Yeah.
definitely continue to sow some seeds.
Yeah. We had several people who came to our booth because somebody else said, hey, you need to come check them out.
Yeah. Somebody else, when you were away, I forgot to tell you.
Oh, yeah?
A friend of Leah Richardson.
Oh, good.
Miller.
Dig it.
Just doxing her
One
on
of our
this video.
patrons.
One of our patrons.
She's listed in the video, so.
She is.
But we also had like people who walk past and they're like, what is this? And they stop and ask questions and they'd be like, I didn't expect to see people like you here.
Yeah.
And to have people who just genuinely cared.
To be so chill.
Yeah. You know, it's almost becoming a running thing to say this, but like there was the street preacher again this year. And
we pray for him.
We pray for him. And I genuinely hope and pray that he does this from a sincere place. But the contrast of him to us, and that was shocking to people. And this is my encouragement for those of you who are listening is it is the kindness of God that brings men to salvation. Yeah. And
this street is so bumpy. I'm so sorry, guys.
But if we are able to be kind to people, just show them Jesus' grace, show them His love.
Yeah.
It does a lot more for the kingdom than we think.
Yeah.
And we didn't hide our faith. We didn't shy back from stuff. We had a great conversation with an individual about how, you know, we do stand on biblical terms. We do say, you know, look, there is only one way to heaven.
There is right and wrong.
Right, but we don't have to be jerks about things. We don't have to attack people. There was an individual who was just, they were so nervous about things, but they were so shocked when we go, we still love you. Yeah. You may not be living a lifestyle that we agree with, but we care about you. And we love you, and we're not going to just throw you out the door. Yeah,
because that doesn't do any good. Right. All that's going to do is give somebody a bad taste and traumatize them.
Right. And set up a barrier, a block to hear the gospel, to hear hope. So that's kind of my big encouragement for folks. Again, there's some people who are like, you did a booth you did a panel last year. You do that panel again, and we would love to have done a panel. We would have loved to have done a big thing. And it wasn't that we were blocked from it. It just, we didn't have the opportunity to make that happen this year. Yeah. And so, but we were on the floor just doing live with people. And that was a big part of what made this year just so good for us. Yeah. So, any other big things you just enjoyed and loved, Celeste?
No, nothing that's anything new. Right. If that makes sense. Yeah, we go to the Geek'd Con every year. We love Geek'd Con. Geek'd Con is partially responsible for Geek Devotions.
Yeah. Tell them what you said to me when we first got to the con about just how it felt to be there.
I was like, it feels like we're home. Yeah. Because, I kind of broke it down a little further because it doesn't feel like home. I didn't want to kick my shoes off. Right. Didn't want to just, plop down on the floor. Right. But it felt like when you go to somebody's house that you know and you love. Right. And so you still respect the rules. You still don't, just throw on your pajamas and go crazy. But it felt like a comfortable space. We were back in our space, and we've gone to the convention center for other things, for graduations and whatnot, and it never feels the same. Right. So as soon as you're there, and it's Geek'd Con time, it feels like home. Yeah.
There's people that we know, vendors that we see every year, and it's just great to see them and to do life with them again. We're all doing our own thing. They're all doing their hustle, and I pray for that they achieve what they get, what they need.
Because some of these people going to cons is how they pay their bills.
Yeah, it's their livelihood.
This is their livelihood. Us, we want to be there to let people know we're loved. We actually had somebody who goes, "You don't really sell a lot, do you?" We go, "No, not really. We have some people that like our stuff, but most of our stuff is geared towards Geek Devotions. So if you're not a devoted geek, you don't know anything about it, so it's not going to hold your interest." Right. And they go, "So you just come up here to sit?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're here to be with the people, to let them know they're loved. That is our whole purpose." Exactly. And they were really impressed with that. Yeah. Because for that person, this is a way to make money, so it doesn't make sense to come without making money.
We said this on a Facebook Live earlier, but it's like in a way, we're for those of you who support us financially, we're your missionaries.
Yeah.
You guys sent us here, and we're thankful for that.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're thankful for the people who support us,
Yes.
help us to do what we do. So, yeah, thank you for believing in us, for believing in Geek Devotions.
Yeah. Thank you for supporting us and contributing to letting people know that they're loved.
Exactly.
We're the ones that are there, but you're the ones that enabled it.
Yeah, we can't do this full time yet.
Yet.
We love to one day.
Yet.
But we're thankful for the opportunity to do what we do.
Yeah.
And and thank you to Greg and the team of Geek Con for putting this on every year.
Thank you.
For creating a space for the geek community to gather.
Yeah.
And for allowing us to have a booth there. And to do this. And so yeah, that's about it. Anything else you want to say, Celeste?
No, I think I'm good. I have a few other things I could say.
Right.
But I don't think that they necessarily need to be said right now.
I understand. All right, guys. Well, that's Geek Devotions. That's Comm Talk. That's everything. We love you guys. We appreciate you. We'll remind you, check out our Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. Just look for Geek Devotions. Check out
things.
All things. Check out geekdevotions.com.
.com.
Find information about the Gundam Watch, where soon you'll be able to hear the voice of Selena Mercury opening our episode.
I can't wait to hear that audio clip.
Wait to check out the Bottom Shelf, which actually has an audio clip from last year's Geek Con.
Yeah, it does.
That opens it up. And also We Read Allegedly, and all the things. Celeste, since this is Comm Talk, you want to land the plane?
Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and watch Comm Talk today. We hope you have enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to check us out on it's in the car. It's weird. I don't know. Check us out on all the podcast catchers and leave a review on the things.
Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts. I almost said Spotify.
Well, I think Spotify can leave stars.
You can leave stars, but you can't leave an actual written review.
You can comment on the YouTube video.
You can comment on the YouTube video. Okay, guys. Well, until next time.
Stay devoted.
Peace and love.